Hi, you guys are with Mans from Quest for a Farm, and Jessie is a very, very sick little girl. She has got Parvo, and there's not a vet in town, so I've been called in by my friend, her owner. What we're going to do, the big thing that I'm going to show you today is if you have an animal or a doggo that is severely dehydrated, we are going to push subcutaneous fluid. Because if they're vomiting and they can't keep fluid down, the only way to do it is put fluid under their skin so that the muscles can absorb it. Guys, it's not ideal. Please, if your dog is this sick, take it to a vet. But as I said, there is not a vet in town. So we are going to start rehydrating her shortly. So first thing we note is she is actually alert and standing, which is fantastic. Second thing we note is she had a little bit of urine here, which is great because it means the hydration is there to a degree and the urine isn't dark. However, she is having a bloody diarrhea and she is really struggling to keep stuff down. Okay, so this is our ringers. We have just given her injection antibiotic, a oral antibiotic, and an oral painkiller. We've left her sitting for about 45 minutes so that the stress of sub-Q fluids doesn't induce vomiting. And what we've done is, you'll see the top of your ringers has these two little tags. This was a tag as well. And we removed this tag and inserted a needle so you can see the water's wanting to drip out of the needle. So from here on out we want to hold it upright. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our empty syringe, insert it into this needle and pull the full 60 cc's out. Okay, so we're going to slightly overfill it because there's a little bit of air in the syringe, and we are wanting to push about 100 milliliters or cc's. Okay, so there we have our first 60. We're taking this needle off, and then we are replacing with another needle, and then we are going to exclude any air. So you are just going to push, get rid of any air bubbles. There's one there, and so you can see water coming out of your syringe. And now we are going to administer it to little Jessie. Okay, you're going to feel your shoulder blades. You're going to pick up here, and then you'll see it makes a little V. Gently insert your needle, and then you start pushing your fluids slowly. Okay, empty your syringe. You'll see that your dog's neck will start swelling, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so when you've finished, you want to plug the hole with your finger and massage a little bit. Try and get that water to spread some. Okay, Jessie. Okay, baby girl. Okay. So I don't know if you can see there. There's a big lump on the back of her neck. There. Yeah. Okay. And that is where the water is sitting. This water will slowly get sucked into her muscles over time, and it'll rehydrate her, and she cannot vomit it up. Okay, so ideally now we're going to try and push an additional 40 milliliters and see if we can manage. But she is quite agitated, so let's see if we come right. Okay, so just a few minutes after administering our sub-Q fluids, she's immediately wanting to drink. We are going to restrict the amount of water she drinks because we don't want her to start vomiting again. Removing needle, handing it to co-conspirator, and a little bit of love, please. Okay, so now you can see we have this whole section here is filled with water, and this is going to slowly absorb into her muscles and hydrate her without her vomiting up any water which we've tried to shove down her throat. Guys, please, disclaimer, it's always better to get your dog to a vet, but as I've explained, we can't do it with her, so we have to give supportive measures as best we can. Please share with anyone who might be far from a vet or might need this little bit of advice. It's scary, but you can do it. Alright, after 45 minutes, you can see this lump that was on her neck is gone. So all of that fluid has been absorbed into her body, and very cutely the older dog is lying here supporting her while she's just laying, catching a few rays. She's picking her head up by herself. The little one ear is up at least, and she's not only responding to calls, she's just picking her head up by herself. So we'll carry on doing it through the day, and we'll check back in with you tomorrow or the next day, and hopefully she will have made a significant improvement by then.
And there we are, back and eating.
Okay, this is now 2 weeks later.
Meneer naar mij kijken als je wel raakt.
Half past 5. Then if you Stop. Ow!
Nee, so ek is besig om
Oh,
haar
no, it's on my pants.
Verwyn se mamma terwyl ons koffie drink en dan vat aan die menu.